Hello, I'm Peter Hoy, and I'm a member of Let's Go Chicago and our Grassroots Ecology Project. I'm here to talk to you today about how to install a rain garden. A rain garden is a shallow depression filled with native plants that soaks up rainwater diverted from a building's downspout. The depression allows the water to be collected while the deep-rooted native plants soak up the water and allow it to percolate into the soil. This low-maintenance technology provides an alternative to sending our rainwater directly into the sewer system, where it mixes with pollutants and adds to the water load heading to the water treatment plant during a storm. In addition to preventing negative impacts on the city's waterways, a rain garden can alleviate standing water and flooding problems on your church property and also provide attractive landscaping and pollinator habitat. The main plants featured in a rain garden are native grasses, sedges, and wildflowers. These plants can be sourced from local nurseries in the Chicago area. When searching for plants, we recommend looking for nurseries in your area that advertise themselves as native plant nurseries and ask them if they sell plugs, which are younger versions of the plants. By planting plugs, your congregation can save hundreds of dollars on a project. The first step you should take to set up your garden should be to do the research. Unless you're hiring a landscape contractor to do the work, you'll want to make sure that you have a good understanding of the scope of the project before you get started. There are many guides online that can walk you through the process step by step. Once you've done the research, your next step will be identifying a location that gets medium to full sun, is near a downspout, and has more than 50 square feet of land 5 to 10 feet from your building's foundation. You want space between your building and the garden to avoid seepage from the garden back to the foundation. Once you've identified your spot, assemble a group of volunteers to excavate and sculpt your garden. Your finished depression should be somewhere between 6 to 8 inches deep and cover the square footage recommended for the roof area that is draining into the garden. To determine the square footage, we suggest using an online rain garden calculator and plugging in the information about your roof size and soil type. Depending on the size of your garden, you may be able to berm the excess soil on the downslope or exit side of your rain garden. Always plan to have an exit for your garden that will channel it toward a safe location in the event of a large downpour. This exit might be the street, a patio with a drain, or even into another rain garden located further downslope. The exit should never be back toward your building's foundation. If you have more excavated soil than you can put on the berm, consider seeking out landscape companies who are willing to pick up the dirt or let you drop it off at their dump site, or finding locations on your property that could handle the extra soil. For larger projects, contractors use dumpster services to move soil off-site. In the city of Chicago, it's possible to find dumpster services that reuse the soil in a sustainable manner. Now that you have your depression sculpted and your soil moved, it's time to plant. Call up those native plant nurseries and tell them what you're doing. Let them know the size of your garden, what type of plants you're looking for, and how many hours of sunlight your area gets each day. We usually recommend seeking a combination of sedges, grasses, and wildflowers to create a naturalized look for your garden. While rain gardens grow best in full sun, it is possible to build them in areas of partial shade. Don't be discouraged if you are uncertain that you have the right conditions. Call up a nursery, tell them what you have, and they will let you know if they have the right plants for your project. One thing to keep in mind while planting is that native plants are used to being in a native environment where plants grow in creative curves rather than following straight lines. These plants look their best when planted in clusters that overlap. There's a wealth of resources on the internet for sample layouts of rain garden plants. Now that you have your plants in, it's time to divert your downspout. To do this, disconnect the downspout several feet above the ground and add an elbow to the pipe. You should also add a cap to the standpipe to prevent animals from crawling in. Do not use concrete to cover your standpipe. Once you've done that, attach another piece of downspout to the elbow and bring that piece to the garden. You may have to work with various downspout fittings to get the desired angle and position. Once you're satisfied with the downspout placement, we recommend placing a splash block at the downspout exit point to prevent soil erosion. With the downspout in place, you have now completed your garden installation. We recommend drawing a map of where you planted what plants to help with maintenance efforts down the line. You might also make a list of the plants with photographs to help your maintenance staff or volunteers identify the plants they're looking for. As I mentioned earlier, this video is about how to do this yourself. There are also a growing number of landscape contractors in the Chicago area who can assist you with this type of landscaping project. Call around or search for native landscaping or rain garden Chicago to find the ones closest to you.